Hello, my fellow humans. Welcome back to another daily dice where we ask the dice for a message and find out what that is. I do want to say thank you to anyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey with me. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and space with you, and anybody new here, welcome. This is a reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience together, and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. Should these messages happen to resonate with you, it would mean so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. With that being said, today we are getting the message you need. So we're going to find out what that is. Let me give these a quick shuffle. All right. So Source, what is the message my fellow humans need right now? What is the message that my fellow humans need right now, Source? What is the message my fellow humans need? Thank you. Okay. On the bottom, we have beautiful change with the butterfly maiden. So there's definitely a huge transformation that's coming for you. It feels like. Let's see what else comes out. Source, what is the message my fellow humans need right now? What is the message my fellow humans need? All right, we've got the 7th house. We've got Saturn energy and Pisces energy. So I feel like there might be a change in your relationship status soon if you're looking for love, or this could be soul tribe. This could be business connections. This could be coworkers, family, friends, you name it. It could be anybody. But when we deal with the 7th house, it is interpersonal relationships. People who are close to us, right? Contracts, divorce, marriage, so on and so forth, and justice playing out. It can also do with your shadow work. So that's another thing that's coming through here. I immediately felt like it was relationships, though. So I do feel like relationships have been very challenging for you to be able to connect with people, right? Maybe you've taken this journey and you have really healed yourself and you've overcome a lot. You've let go of old patterns and belief systems that kept you in failed relationships, in breaking heart situations, betrayals, and so on and so forth. You really have let that go. You've really done a lot of healing, especially with this Piscean energy here. It's like there's a lot of intuitive energy at play. There's a lot of downloads at play here. There's a lot of letting go of the past, seeing through the illusions, letting your psychic senses guide you. My psychic senses are tingling right now. And so letting that go and really allowing yourself to evolve and to know that it's okay to work hard on healing myself, but I don't want to be alone for my whole life. And leaning into, now it's time for me to put myself out there. Yeah, that's what this feels like. It's time for me to put myself out there. It's time for me to use what I've learned and to put it into play, right? To integrate that. We can stay solo for so long, but it's like what ends up happening is that what you're learning on the journey and the methods that you're learning on how to deal with things, this can only ever be put into practice if we actually go through those situations. Right? And so sometimes we have to put ourselves out there so that those situations come to us so that we can see how we've grown. And that's scary, right? Like, why on earth would I want to invite manipulative people back in? Why on earth would I want to invite people from my past back in? But the whole world is full of an array of different types of people. And so no matter what, you're going to invite all those people in when you put yourself out there. But now you've learned to trust your discernment. And by using that skill, you're going to be able to say, okay, like this person's not for me. It's okay to let go of this person. It's okay to move on from this person. It's okay to let this person in. It's okay to, okay, I seriously got the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Coins when I split the deck. Like, I didn't show it on camera, but it just came out. So I feel like I have to say that. Yeah, like it's like a new beginning. It's all a new beginning here. So you got the Ace of Coins on the bottom. It was the Ace of Cups first, the Ace of Swords next, and then the Ace of Coins. It was just weird that they all came out like that. All right, let's see. What is the message my fellow humans need right now? Thank you. What is the message my fellow humans need right now, Source? Okay, it's this one right here. Thank you. And remember that you're stronger than you give yourself credit for, too. I feel like sometimes it's like, oh, I can't because what happens if this person hurts me? And it's like, you know, for us to trust someone in our lives, for us to invite friendships in, we are naturally going to have to be vulnerable with them. And that's scary because that's giving that person power to break our hearts. We have to trust that we trust ourselves enough to let good people in, people who are like us, people who want to be trusted, people who want to take this relationship serious, people who want to take a connection seriously. But if you're always hiding, you'll never be in a place where you can invite those people in and actually integrate all that, those lessons that you've learned. Yeah, see, we've got the page of coins in the reverse on the bottom. Like maybe you've lost money, you've lost a lot of face with people, you've lost a lot of things materialistically with people, right? That could be connections, that could be homes, cars, you know, it's like maybe you've been kicked out of places or maybe you had to kick people out. Like there's a lot of material things that have been lost along this journey. And it's like, it's not that the material things really matter that much, but it's like all those things weigh on you in an emotional way. Right. And it's like all that adds into the betrayal that you've received. And so it's like that's something that's holding you back. Look, underneath that, we have the Hermit energy. There's like when you look at this as something that you had to go through because you were young, because you didn't know any better, because you didn't know how to protect yourself, it begins to take on a different type of energy. And you recognize that, wow, I really have come a long way and I can now move forward with this fresh energy. And yes, it's new. Yes, I'm new to this whole moving forward thing. Yes, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but I can trust that I've learned everything that I've needed to make a solid decision to move forward and to move away from things that aren't working for me, right? Yeah, makes sense. We've got the Five of Swords in the reverse and we've got the Knight of Swords coming out. Save yourself. Right? This is what your fear is. It's like, this is like the story playing out here. The fear is coming in is I don't want to rush into negativity. I don't want to rush into people who are negative. I don't want to rush into people who are low vibrational. I don't want to rush into people who are angry, who are manipulators, who are, you know, overbearing. I don't want to rush into people who are stuck in their minds, who don't do the healing, who don't do the work. But look, you're the Knight of Swords here. Like you've already saved yourself. Like you're prepared for battle. Like you're dressed to the nines. Trust that the energy and the work that you put forth is your battle armor. Trust that it's going to get you to where you need to go. The more you fear yourself, the less you're going to trust that all that work was actually good for something. You know, you're going to be like, oh no, like I can't, like it's not going to work out for me. But that's the mind at play here. And that's that Five of Swords energy. That negativity is taking precedence over the fact that you've looked through and seen the illusions. So trust that you know what the illusions are. Trust that you're overcoming those illusions. We have Osmanthus on the bottom with appreciation and nobility. There are noble, honest, honorable people in the world. They exist. You're not the only one. You're not alone. And as romantic as that might seem, right? Because it does. It seems romantic when we're like, oh, I'm the only one that's like this. There's no one out there like that. It really just continues to ostracize us from the opportunity to connect with our soul tribe, right? And that's why it's so important. Don't be hurt by people who don't vibe with you. That's the whole thing, is that your vibe attracts your tribe. I wasn't going to get this many, but these came out. We've got short-term freedom and flexibility, right? Let go of the darkness. What's been holding you back? Be flexible, right? You've learned your lessons. We have freedom. Let yourself be free. Like you have to have more flexibility already, right? You have to be flexible in your approach to how you invite people in, and knowing that not everything is going to be long-term. Some things are short-term, right? Don't have to be so attached to every situation that comes in. This is all about integration for you. It's basically like practice, right? Like we're not little kids anymore where we see Bobby Joe over there playing on the playground and we're like, oh my gosh, I want to be friends with Bobby Joe. You run over and you're like, hey, Bobby Joe, I'm Sue. It's nice to meet you. Let's be friends now. Like we don't make friends like that anymore. We actually have to talk to people and get to know people because we're not kids anymore, right? Brilliance. Discover your own genius by breaking away from the grind. Yeah, so this is all about you truly experimenting with people now. It's just kind of like putting yourself out there. Like, can I make friends with people? Like, are there people who actually want to talk to me? And not just writing everyone off because you have a few bad conversations. We have the anemone with rejuvenation and transformation. Yeah, bringing clarity into your life. And the cornflower with perseverance and inspiration. And you never know, like there might be people here who inspire you to learn different things, or to inspire you on your journey, or to inspire you to overcome things that have maybe in the past been difficult for you to overcome. Soulmate. Look, I can't make this up. The soulmate card. We've got twin flame, soul contract, soul connection, past lives. This is the only way you're going to meet your people. Okay? And not to take these labels too seriously. This is the only way you're going to meet the people who are meant to be in your life. I feel like we'll get another one of these. Maybe 2 more of these. Source. Yep, exactly. 2 came out right away. So we've got storm warning, upheaval, obstacle, wrecking ball, and drama. Yeah, this is the thing that's been holding you back. Like, I don't want to walk into a storm. But storms are going to happen. Whether you choose to walk into it willingly or whether it falls upon your head, like they're going to come regardless. And the only way to get through them is to get through them. It's like, I don't want to deal with drama, right? Some people are just dramatic, but see, you've come so far that you should be able to be flexible enough to notice these things and save yourself from it. Like, I'm not obligated to give my time, energy, and effort to people who don't vibe with me. New love, honeymoon phase, childlike, move on, new beginning. Yeah, so there's new love coming in for you. There's this opportunity to connect with someone on a deeper level. This is soul family, soulmate, twin flame, somebody coming in for you. We've got party here, celebration, event, public, social gathering. Yeah, so social is the key word here. Being social. Okay, it's time for you to get out of the dark and go and be social and let people know who you are. Connect with people, right? Trust yourself. I feel like that's the main thing here is like, it's hard for you to trust yourself because it's like, well, all the people in the past, they just hurt me, or they just did this, or they were just betrayers, and so on and so forth. Look, we've got 33 coming out on the bottom with anxiety. Calm, resilience, trust, support, inner strength, overcoming fear. Don't let anxiety or stress take control, as they will only pull you into the darkness where fear and panic prevail. Stay strong and trust yourself. The angels have faith in you. It says, what are the sources of my anxiety, and how can I build trust in myself to overcome them? When you feel anxiety creeping in, take a moment to practice deep breathing or a grounding technique to remind yourself of the inner strength and the support around you. So exactly, your anxiety kind of going through the roof here. Like, I can't connect with people in that way, but how are you ever going to find your soul tribe, your soul mates? Like, of course we want to magnetize people to us, but if we put in no effort, we'll never magnetize anybody to us, because a magnet has 2 polarities, right? 2 polarities that make an effort. Without one of those polarities, the other side of the magnet doesn't work. We have 1177 with growth, learning, development, nature, potential, success, and expansion. Take positive steps towards learning and personal development. Engage in activities like taking classes, reading, or spending time in nature to unlock your potential and achieve success. What areas of my life could benefit from learning or growth? How can I incorporate new experiences or knowledge into my daily routine? Enroll in a course or workshop that interests you. Read a book on a topic you're passionate about, or spend time in nature to reconnect with your inner self and stimulate personal growth. So it's interesting that the first thing on here is enroll in a course, right? It's like learning, development, engage in activities like taking classes, like connecting with people. It really feels like that because there's a huge change in the way that you're showing up for connections. Trust yourself. This message is so clear, trusting yourself. So let's take a look at your card here. Look, we have Persephone with new beginnings. And Persephone, it's interesting because I believe the story of Persephone is that the Hades, I want to say it's Hades. I'm not 100% sure, but it's the Lord of the Underworld. I want to say it's Hades. Hades kidnapped Persephone and took her to the underworld, and he released her. And he tricked her into coming back by giving her food, and she drank the food that he gave her. And that was like basically setting a chain to him so that she had to go with him for 6 months out of the year, which is where winter comes in, right? Persephone is tied to the summer. And so I'm pretty sure that's how the story goes. Anyways, isn't that interesting? It's like the chains of the past are still following her because she chose to accept kindness from someone who she already knew was manipulative. So it's like understanding your past. And that's what it really feels like here. It's like you have to understand your past, but when you understand your past, you're not going to repeat that in the future. Okay, Persephone. A time of complete renewal. You have the power to create light-filled change and rebirth. You may be feeling a bit lost, exhausted, afraid, or shrouded in darkness, but Persephone is here to say, don't give up. She reminds you of the dual feminine powers of divine underground, only to rise up again totally renewed. Perhaps it feels as though something in your life is ending or broken down. Yet Persephone invites you to see things differently as an opportunity for magical new beginnings. It will pay off now to dig as deep as you can into your soul for a fresh start. Make the effort to create positive change and it will reward you. Like a phoenix rising, you're a skilled alchemist who can begin over and over again in life, creating stronger foundations, soul-inspired work, and enriched relationships. You have what it takes to ascend this into spring, taking a deep spiritual lesson from the underworld within you. Yeah, so she's tied to spring and summer. And says you can successfully deal with an illness, relationship difficulty, or life challenge. Don't give up. As Persephone symbolizes the mother-daughter bond, this card may signify a rebirth, significant change, or healing within this relationship. You're a complex, intense soul who needs testing periods in your underworld to recall your spiritual power or alchemize your light. Persephone, help me to begin again, taking sacred lessons from challenges I face. Stand beside me as I emerge renewed from the darkness. Yeah, so this is a big change for you in the regards to your connections. There's a lot coming through for you here. The only way for you to get into that new energy is by taking a chance. You have to take a risk and trust that you have grown enough to overcome those things that were keeping you stuck in the past, okay? So, wow, excuse me. This is what I have here for you. If you feel like this is your reading, leave a little rose emoji down below and say, I understand that beauty sometimes has thorns attached to it, but the thorns are not detrimental. I choose to begin again and see the beauty within. And if it resonated with you, it means so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. If you're interested in supporting the channel further, check out the description box. You'll find all the links you need. You can email me for a reading. Follow me on over to my podcast on Spotify at Scatter Love Radio. You can even join as a member, and I would love to see you on memberships. But if not, thank you so much for your continued support here. I do want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this message. And until next time, stay human. Bye.